So I want to talk to you today about the concept of that you can't delegate out leadership like you can delegate out management. So there's an ongoing struggle to understand the difference between management and leadership in a lot of businesses. And I see this all the time, is that if we want to define it very clearly, leadership is about setting the tone, the cadence, the direction of the business or organization. It's all about what's happening on a quarter to quarter, year to year basis. Now, management is all about making sure that the right people do the right tasks at the right time. Management is basically day to day, week to week, month to month. And so we have to, if we understand the difference between those two, that's going to help us in really understanding, are we doing enough leadership? Most of the time the answer is no. You see, the problem is that if you're not doing enough leadership in your business, the business becomes directionless. The team members have nothing to hang their hat on for the future because all that happens is the day-to-day grinded out stuff. And over time you lose people to the competition who see more hope and a better future at another business. So when you start really spending time on leadership, you give the business a direction. It knows where it's going. You give hope to employees who may have been discouraged, and so they can see that bright future, and then people by that may just decide that instead of leaving, they want to stay because they see a future for themselves in your business or your organization. Let me give you a real life story on this. I had a client up in Alaska, and he was he spent a lot of time in his business that he owned out schmoozing with power players, spending time with customers, which is all great, but he didn't know how to lead his organization. And there was a lot of discouragement and a lot of challenges that were out there because he didn't lead. So what did I do? I got him to actually start communicating with his entire team, initially by video, but then I got him to do an entire team meeting where he got up in front of over 100 plus people and put out the vision of where he wanted to take this company. Now, he had a deathly fear of public speaking, but I also told him is that you can overcome this because they need to see you as their leader. It's amazing what happened afterward. I had a lot of people come up to me and says, wow, could not believe that you actually got him to get up in front of people, and that was so inspiring for him to do that. So there is power in making those decisions to be a leader in your organization. So let's take a look at 3 things that you need to do for you to improve your ability to lead your team. The first one is you need to know where you're going to take the organization. Great leadership is all about getting people enrolled and inspired for a bright future ahead of them if they stay on your team. Everybody deep down inside has a seed of entrepreneurship inside of themselves. Think about this. When you were a kid, did you have a lemonade stand or a little micro business that you did? Yeah, you probably did. What percentage of people in the United States have a full-time business now? According to the Department of Commerce, it's only about 4%. So what happened between 100% of kids having a business and only 4% of adults having a business? Well, the biggest thing is opportunity versus security. When you are a little kid, you value opportunity. When you're an adult, you value security, but you never lose that seed of entrepreneurship. You end up vicariously basically allowing it to expand through the business you're working for. So when the business is successful, you're successful. So the whole idea here is if you put a bright future in people in front of your team members, that germinates that seed of entrepreneurship that they've wanted to do but don't want to go out on a limb to do it. So think about that. And in leadership, it's all about that bright future that people can get excited about. The second thing is you need to be the public face of your business. You need to put yourself out there and not be afraid of being bold and brash about your vision and your direction. Remember, you know it's the right decision if it both excites you and scares you at the same time. You need to have the courage to put yourself out there. Do it on videos, do it in speeches in front of your team or other organizations, and then answer the tough questions that will come because of that from your employees and your customers. When you get out there and you put your face forward in front of people and demonstrate where you're going to take this company, people will get on board, and you just have to help them understand that. The third thing in being able to be a better leader is to train and develop managers who will do the managing for you. Now, I probably know that most of the time you avoid leadership because you have to manage the team. And you manage the team because nobody else has the skills to manage. So what does this mean? You have to start identifying people within your company or organization who has the potential to lead people, to manage a team, to help you stop managing all the time. Pour your resources into that individual to help them understand how to manage a team. And when you get them to start managing for you, this will free time for you to focus in on the leadership that you so desperately need to take your business to the next level. You see, when you start spending time focusing on leadership, not just management, you'll start to get clarity on what's the most important things that you need to get done in your business. Your team will become excited about a bright future as they see the changes coming to fruition. And if you give them hope that there's a long-term future for them in your business organization, they'll stay and they'll get excited about it. See, at the end of the day, leadership is all about enrolling and inspiring people in the direction where you want to go. The more time you spend doing that, the better your business is going to be and the better growth you're going to have. Now, I want you, if you are struggling with the concept of leadership, I want you to click below and set up a 30-minute strategy session with me. And what I'm going to do with you is I'm going to go over what are the things that you need to do to be a better leader in your organization so that you can take your business to the next level. It's not a sales appointment. It's strictly helping you get what you need to start doing in your business. And if you want ongoing coaching, we can talk about that on another call. But at least let's communicate. What can I do to help you be the leader you've always dreamed to be, to get the results from the business you've always wanted to have?